rebound for.
I do want to see this though. I do want to see the highlights of this game because I did hear a lot about it. I didn't even know South Carolina was fucking 37-0, nigga. What the fuck? But you know, it's female basketball. What can you expect? You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's too competitive. I might be able to go out there and at least score 5. At least 5, my nigga. Come on now, let's be honest. I'm at least score 5 out there, so you know, if I can at least score, that's a problem. So let's watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the highlights for the 2024 National Championship, NCAA National Championship from Women League, and South Carolina versus Iowa. Let's watch this shit.
Iowa. Here is Clark flicking it ahead. Stokey turns. Good movement here. Martin's three. Is good. A strong start for the Hawkeyes.
I know they was feeling good after that one.
Slid into the starting lineup for the injured Molly Davis. Done a wonderful job. There's Kate Martin driving it. Will take and pop it in. Cardoso can't flip it in. Trying to get to it. Loose ball. Iowa has it.
I know Iowa was feeling real good.
A Falter looking to take it inside and does. What a start for the Hawkeyes. Here's a Falter looking to drive it again. Needs help this time. Flings it out.
Hold on, yo. I don't know if this is actually the quality, but like, my God.
Clark open three is good.
Test, but we've seen Caitlin Clark time and again.
10-0 right hook from Iowa to begin the national championship game.
Damn.
Cardoso finally gets South Carolina on the board.
Look to Cardoso. She's been getting triple teams. She's a good passer, can find easier looks from her perimeter players.
Paopau's three is good. Te-Hina Paopau, top 3 in the nation in three-point shooting percentage. Here's Clark wheeling, taking, and banking it home.
Damn! She is a bucket. She's a bucket.
Mid-range pull-ups are going to be there for South Carolina guards.
They dump it in. Cardoso underneath lays it home. She was an unstoppable force last season against Iowa, but was coming off the bench. Clark,
bucket.
Oh my, from the future.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness! Clark is a
with tons of storage,
menace.
so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Firing away from deep. Yes, you have to guard her even. Paopau, no. Cardoso, Kids gets
This nigga said, That nigga a little freak ass boy. That nigga's a freak.
Off the bench for South Carolina as well. She is a game changer.
Iowa in a zone out of bounds for South Carolina.
Wiley, nice dish, and Fagan lays it in. Wiley spins, can't finish. Rebound Fagan. Fagan nearly loses it, shovels it. Wiley banks it in. More second chance points for South Carolina. Brenda Pantoja, Joe Vasili, and Angelica Suffren are officials today.
Oh, yeah.
Wiley dips inside of Marshall and finishes.
Alijah Wiley has such great quickness. We've seen it time and again. She got hit on the head there, too. How she cups the ball like a running back to...
In the semifinal last year, which Iowa won, South Carolina was a +21 on the offensive glass. Cardoso gets blocked. Last hits her.
That's Iowa. That's Iowa.
She's 6'2". Cardoso 6'7", tries to get around.
Tall as hell.
And first turnover of the game. Wiley, a three is good. The freshman is unfazed by the stage.
Clark's hands.
Marshall fakes the three, will drive it. Feuerbach will do the same. Feuerbach dives inside and gets swallowed up by Cardoso. Well, Wiley will get a breather, so will Raven Johnson after she did such a nice job face guarding Clark over the last few possessions. Tessa Johnson, another freshman, flips it in, and it's a 2-point game.
Lee Hall now with the defensive assignment again on Clark. Look at her hand right in Clark's face.
Clark looking to separate from Hall. Clark, the drive, able to bank it in. We have about a 6-second difference game in shot clock. Here's Clark. Will Iowa wind it down? No. That's why her final college game. You think she's ready for the moment? 18 in the first. Their only loss last year in the semifinals to Iowa. Here's Johnson. Johnson's mid-range is good. Tessa Johnson, a fearless freshman.
Have come out fearlessly, looking for their offense.
There's Clark bouncing. Martin cutting. Tried to force it into traffic, could not. And now South Carolina with numbers. Johnson bodies in and finishes. A strong start to the second for the Gamecocks. Tessa Johnson comes out to meet Clark. Clark evades, bounces. O'Grady gets denied by Cardoso.
Dawn Staley has called Camila Cardoso the separator
What is she
because of
talking about? Can't be lazy.
Cardoso working O'Grady. Cardoso banks it in.
change things both on the defensive and offensive ends. Block shot one way.
And she has done the best job thus far on Clark. Here's Clark.
Yeah, I almost thought she traveling on that.
Gets blocked, a falter open, knocks down the three. With coverage beginning at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on TBS. For more information, go to ncaa.com. Cardoso misses both, but Fagan there for the finish. Marshall looked like she got pushed, no call. Martin fakes the pass. Now
damn, they can't even play defense, nigga, damn! Oh my God.
Stokey lays it in.
Damn.
For Wiley in the corner.
Oh my goodness.
Rebound for Wiley.
Good hustle.
Throws it up, can't finish. Cardoso can. Another offensive rebound. Clark the rebound. Iowa running. A falter. Unable to finish. Tessa Johnson, a good contest.
What?
Here's for Wiley, the hesitation, the attack, and the block.
I like the attack by Mylasia Fulwiley. She often has success doing it. This time, Hannah Stolke comes over perfectly timed.
Fagan checks out. Watkins in for South Carolina. Here's Cardoso. Johnson's three is good. Tessa Johnson, no hesitation. South Carolina plus 10 on the glass. Watkins dumping it inside. Cardoso has given the Gamecocks their first lead of the afternoon.
Getting the scores offensively has allowed South Carolina to set easier defensively.
Here's a falter on the cut, and for Wiley, the rejection. Iowa got out to a 10-0 lead in the first. South Carolina has responded. A falter bounces. Stolke able to finish. Plus the foul. Can Iowa take advantage? Clark yet to score this quarter after 18 in the first. Finds Martin. Martin sandwiched between two. Able to flip it in. Clark with space. Clark bounces. Stolke.
Oh, yeah.
It's denied by Fagan, who's able to keep it in bounds. Nice stop defensively by Sanaya Fagan. For Wiley whips it out.
Bucket.
Yes, yes. Clark bounces. Stolke gets denied by Fagan, who's able to keep it in bounds.
South Carolina.
Nice stop defensively by Sanaya Fagan. For Wiley whips it out. Pow, pow. Yes, yes.
Same spot.
1 point Iowa lead. Clark yet to score in the second. We'll put up a three here. And hit.
That's just
Championship game.
The space she creates.
Well, Wiley dumps it in. Kitts dumps it down. Fagan has it stripped. Persistent. Big minutes off the bench for Sanaya Fagan. Here's Clark. Had it knocked away. Taken by Johnson. Johnson on the steal. Shovels to Kitts, who lays it in. 44 all. What a first half. Clark looking to take Johnson. Clark into the paint. Waits. Gets denied. Goes back up. And a held ball. Iowa has the possession arrow. Clark will inbound under a minute to go. Into Stolke. Right back to Clark. Stolke bounces underneath. Martin able to finish. Nice play out of the inbound and the timeout. Wiley hopping through, setting up Fagan. Unable to finish, but another offensive rebound. Kitts squeezes it out to full Wiley. Pow's three again. Shot clock turned off, and Johnson picks the pocket of Clark. Raven Johnson lays it in.
instance where Kit's arm length was just enough to get the board for her team.
And Hall was on Clark to begin the third with those 2 fouls as Kitts maneuvers inside.
Sophomore Chloe Kitts here in the third quarter, getting to the rim. Then
The Gamecocks trying to become the first undefeated national champion since UConn in 2016. Kitts,
Bucket.
nice start to the second half for South Carolina.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too.
Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
mid-range jumper to fall as well. Her bench crew feeling the splurge.
Here's Pow Pow, mid-range jumper, rolls in. How about the start for South Carolina? Clark pops in, bodies inside and finishes. Tough finish for Clark, who was looking for an and one. She has 23 points. Martin trying to get into the body of Cardoso and backs it out. To the corner, Marshall left alone, connects. Here's Hall zigging inside. The pull-up is good. Strong take from Bree Hall. Here comes Clark. Clark finds the cutter. What a look.
Good
Video
pass.
game vision of Caitlin Clark.
You would expect her to have good legs and bounce and determination here.
Tessa Johnson in as well. Here is Clark. Clark into the paint, spinning and finishing. Here's Johnson, the freshman. Nice feed. Hall in the corner, unable to hit. Watkins the board. There she is, Rebecca.
Dave Stolke 5 as a way to say it's okay, young player.
One of the things that Clark's teammates credited her with against UConn was her body language, not getting
Boom.
frustrated.
Oh
How
my
about Tessa
goodness.
Johnson? Off to Tessa Johnson. Hall lets it fly. You bet. Bree Hall gives South Carolina a 10-point lead.
Bree Hall stepping into this three. This is the biggest difference between South Carolina.
They have been everywhere throughout this season. Martin gets denied by Watkins. Martin follows it up and gets fouled by Watkins. That will be number 3. Martin ends the 8-0 run. Cardoso back to work. Can't finish. Controlled by a falter. And the rebound for Wiley. For Wiley flips it ahead. Johnson. Another. Tessa Johnson. They are also incredibly loose. Have not felt the weight of their undefeated season at all. There's a falter, bouncing in a crowd, right back to her. She lays it in. That's some good passing in tight spaces from Iowa. Key missed free throws from Stolke, who had been at about 72% over her last 8 games, but just 46% in her career. A falter falls. Johnson capitalizes. Depth of production from her throughout the tournament, but she's had key timely baskets throughout. Clark wanted a whistle, did not get it, does get the roll. Clark up to 27. Here's Full Wiley, barges in and finishes. And you can see a little shrug of the shoulders afterwards from Caitlin Clark. Full Wiley dumps it in. Kitts can't finish. Cardoso feels inevitable.
Side by South Carolina, in particular, Camilla Cardoso. Kitts misses, Cardoso right there, reaches up. What are you gonna do?
Dawn Staley holding her accountable has made her better for this moment.
And you talk about that conversation with the family, Holly, as Kitts on the offensive glass puts it home.
Ability that this South Carolina team has.
Clark didn't get much space there with Hall on her. Clark, the crossover, and the hit.
Oh my God!
Clark
What do you
races to Martin to
do?
grab it. She'll fire.
What can you do?
In and out. Kept alive to Marshall. Her 3 is good. Clark finds the cutter. Martin lays it in. 6-point game. Iowa has made a push after trailing by 14. Hall, mid-range, yes. A big one for Bree Hall, the vocal leader of this South Carolina squad. Squeezes it off of a leg. Marshall able to save it. And Iowa still has possession. A Falter gets pushed, banks it in, plus the foul.
The line or touched the line. Saves it to a Falter. And
Iowa still with one foul to give. Clark has it knocked away. Martin on the drive. O'Grady gets denied.
Good
Cardoso gobbles it up. Here's Johnson. Johnson, the pull-up. No. Rebound. Snare. Cardoso. Unstoppable.
on both ends. Huge
Let's
block
go.
here. Fighting. Getting position. Corralling. Finishing off balance. What a day she has.
And it looks like they will. Dawn Staley telling Raven Johnson, do not shoot. What a crescendo here this afternoon for women's basketball. As Molly Davis, who has been injured and unable to play, comes to the scorer's table so she can touch the floor one last time. And Caitlin Clark says goodbye to college basketball.
No one has done more to grow the popularity in a broad way of this game, in the history of the game, than Caitlin Clark.
Camila Cardoso checks out for South Carolina, a career-high 17 rebounds for her. Clark finishes with 30 points. 6 seconds to go. Perfection with a touch of sweet redemption. Undefeated South Carolina has won its 3rd national championship.
That was good. That was good, bro. That was good.
$87-75 the final, as South Carolina becomes just the 5th program to win 3 national championships. You see the tears in the eyes of Dawn Staley as Caitlin Clark gets a handshake from the South Carolina coaching staff. The all-time leading scorer in Division I history.
What's the bad thing? Oh, look at her. She played like a motherfucker though. She played real good, man. That was a good game, man. Hey, I wish her the best on her journey, man. Wish her the best. That was a beautiful game. Well, yep. That's it for that, YouTube. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, boys. You know me. Alright. Alright, guys. What y'all think? I think that's it, bro. I gotta call it quits early.